So continuing my series of Kingdom Hearts reviews, we end up at Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out next month, which is really something I'm excited for, obviously. I'm continuing on with the game that continued on from the first game that could have picked up where the first one left off with this game, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory. It's all recent of memory depending on where system you're talking about because the game was originally released back in 2004 on the Game Boy Advance, which I actually have. I actually found it a few years ago and I've actually still got it. And then later on, I think it was like 2008, it was released on the PlayStation 2, and there was our recent of memory. So this review will be covering both versions, and yeah, this is another really great Kingdom Hearts game. Although it's not quite as good as the first game is, but there are some noticeable problems in this one, and also this one also does have. But honestly, consider just counting the story-wise of the game is honestly really great. If you're talking about the other things like the gameplay, it might be kind of on and off depending on what person you're talking about. Personally, I'm kind of half and half on it. But yeah, let's talk about the story first. So it starts off with the first, like I said, it starts off where the first one left off, where Sora, Donald, and Goofy are just sort of running through a field, chasing after Pluto, and they're all out there trying to find Riku and his Misty after the event of what happened at the end of the first game. And at nighttime, they're just sort of resting in the field, sort of hoping to just keep going onward after that. However, they then Sora then meet a man in black and a black coat who warns him about something that further ahead on the road if they keep going. And then we actually see that they've arrived at some path, so-called Path of Oblivion, and the person in black explains that um, explains that the castle is sort of what is exactly a sort of normal task so that you might spin, and so they decide to go through it, going through different doors in the castle that brings them to almost every world from the first game. However, in order to go through every single door in the castle, they have to use cards to go through every door, and they're recreating through the events of the first game in some way. However, as they're going, they actually learn that their memories are beginning to lose their memories, and so and like Sora is beginning to forget more and more about Kyrie, and he's starting to remember more about some fake memories about this girl named Naminé who's being used by these people in black clothes, but who sort of use her, who has this power over memories to just sort of corrupt Sora in a way. So they're using her to make Sora their puppet in a way. And not only that, but also in the castle somewhere, there's also so, Riku and King Misty are also in the castle as well, trying to find out what's going on with them, and Riku is trying to defeat the darkness inside him with Ansem, who's just trying to tempt him and going onto the dark side again. And with the people in black, they've all so the main antagonists in it are the people in black who are in some sort of organization, and they're all using trying to get Sora to go on their side. There are a bunch of different so and they're actually all really personalized and really well portrayed. Like there's different members like Marluxia, Martin, Vexen, Lexius, Jetson, Axel, and they're all sort of in a way, all of them are sort of using Victor Nominee to sort of get Sora on their side, even though Nominee is actually this really nice girl who's just being threatened by them, and also not just that, but there's also a fake who's constantly attacking Sora, who's saying that he's gonna be the one to protect Nominee, even though both of them are sort of going after the same goal now in a way. So yeah, Mick got there with the story, and from here I just want to talk again, just like the first review I did. I just want to talk about the gameplay for a second. So obviously for this game, they decided to sort of change the gameplay up a bit, and they decided to sort of do things a little bit differently this time with the combat, because now you're in a different place with the task so now there's a, I guess you sort of say you're just sort of having to follow the rules of the act. So because in this game, the way you sort of use combat is, since this whole game sort of revolves around cards, you use cards to attack whenever you're in a fight. Like you can use an attack, a magic, or item summoning, or a hit card to attack your enemy or help yourself. So in this game, you can sort of use different cards like that can go from that are numbered, like you go from 0 to 9, and that's how you do the combat. So if an enemy uses a card and there's a number on it, you have to use a card that has a higher number, and you can actually combine some cards together to make a larger number so that you can attack them more. But then if they attack you with a 0 card, your sort of can go down until you can max that again. And honestly, in my opinion, it can sort of get very annoying because you're, I know, because for one thing, when you do run out of cards in your deck, you have to reload with a timer on it, and you just constantly, and as you reload constantly, your cards you're losing more and more cards and it's going down. Plus, there's the whole thing where you can't use defense at time, so that can get kind of frustrating when an enemy of yours sort of has a really strong card and you can't really do anything about hit aside from just getting hit or you have to try to dodge it in a way. And yeah, this can get really annoying because you're constantly having to make sure over and over that you have the right card to either break your enemy card or just be able to lower their health gradually. And yeah, they can go really either way with both Sora and Riku because you're actually playing as both Sora and Riku stories in this game. And yeah, okay, first off, that's really cool, and you actually do get more screen time with both of them. Although, let's see, well, when you're Sora, you sort of have to use you get timer to reload your card, but with Riku you just have to press a button and all your cards will reload. So it's a little better when it goes to Riku, but then again it just sort of goes on and off. On and off because honestly they can be very divisive with a lot of people. A lot of people hate this kind of system and a lot of people like it or love it, or like it or hate it. So honestly, they can go either way. Personally, I'm just not really a fan of it, and yeah, it can get really annoying. Especially as the game sort of goes on. Like so when you're sure, right, you sort of have the option to have you have to put it hard and to get yourself in the main menu, but when you're retail, you're just all the hard you're there for you. You can't really do anything about them. You just have to take what you can't take what they give you and that's it. And yeah, again, I don't entirely hate that. At times I actually can be kind of well, but yeah, it can just go on and off for me, really. So that's really the main problem, the only real flaw I have with the game. Aside from that, though, the actual game, if you're talking about story, is, like I already said, is really fantastic in my opinion, and I actually find it very amazingly original, really. And yeah, again, you can actually sort of feel sympathetic for the characters because they're all just sort of going through the path of just trying to get to their goal, or and they're all just sort of losing their memories along the way, or you can sort of sympathize with Nominee just with the in the predicament he's in with the way the organization is sort of using her to mess with Sora more, so and yeah, even in my opinion, Sora goes to the whole monsters in the game, not just the whole losing his memory, but also okay, my opinion here. Just one little scene. He does a little out of character in this game, in my opinion, when he does sort of begins losing his memory more. So throughout the whole game, he obviously, like I just said, he's forgetting about Kyrie and all. And so now he thinks that his mate, that what he wants is to save Nominee from the organization. And at one point, Donald and Goofy try to talk to him properly to figure out what's going on, but since the whole memory thing is sort of getting to him, he just sort of yells at them and just sort of leaves them behind. Honestly, that really doesn't seem like something Sora would do, but I understand what is that the predicament he's in with the whole memory thing, but yeah, that doesn't exactly seem like something he would do. But really, again, the whole thing with him made raising the game, like the whole journey, like his actual journey throughout the whole game, like going through the past. So and that's a lot of fun, like the whole thing, just sort of following the character. And again, it's all really cool to just go through all this, and it's nice to sort of go through. Again, I would say the game kind of follows the same kind of feeling as the first game, just in the sense that you could almost kind of see it as a rehash. And not exactly or maybe not a rehash, just sort of going through the same motions as the first game, considering you're going into the same Disney World as the first game. Well, almost all of them. They didn't include Deep Jungle in this one, thank God. Um, but thank God they didn't. But yeah, there's that, and then and even with someone like Rito, he's actually not losing his memories, thankfully, because Nominee wasn't likely to sort of mess with his memories, and so I like his journey a lot too because he's beginning more and more with his redemption after the events of the first game, whereas he was just sort of evil in that game, and now he's actually working towards redemption with defeating and he's even got he's also kind of got his Mickey with him on his side with it, which is really cool. And yeah, that's really cool. And also, this is actually kind of a weird thing for me personally. I actually played the Kingdom Hearts version, Data Memory version on the Game Boy, and I'm not joking. This is really, really true. It took me years to defeat the final boss with Marluxia on story level. I'm not on story. That's not it. It's been well over maybe too many years getting stuck on this one boss. It was kind of ridiculous at some point. But honestly, as soon as I did beat him, I was just so overjoyed. And so, yeah, very bad at that. But I would say it's a little better in State of Memory because I believe the gameplay is a bit better. And honestly, the whole actual visuals, like the actual look of the game, if you're talking about State of Memory, the game, the PS2 version, it is better looking. Because honestly, as we all know, Game Boy Advance graphics don't exactly hold up, if you know what I mean, for most games. And honestly, I just really love how this game sort of progresses with the character. And it actually had a kind of sad ending for Sora because at the end he just sort of had to give up his memories of Nominated, but he didn't really want to when they actually were becoming friends for real, to get his old memories back. And he sort of had he had to have a choice between wanting his old memories back or wanting to keep the memory of the past. So, but forgetting everything else in his life, but he chooses to go back to the way he was. And yeah, that whole ending, again, kind of like the first game, the ending for this one, yes, you can say it kind of gets you in the field after everything the game was sort of building up. Yeah, like, I like the ending with Rita, like, well, where he kind of defeats him. It could say he does or doesn't. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, honestly, that whole thing with him can be really satisfying, and you end up liking him so much more than the first game. And there are a lot of characters in this as well, like the organization members themselves. They can range from really likable, like Axel. I really love Axel in this series. He's one of my favorite characters in the whole series, and he continues on in the rest of the series. But then there's like horrible, horrible characters. I mean, none of them are horrible. I just mean really unlikable, like Lark Seed. My God, you cannot like Lark Seed. He's just horrible. He's just so horrible. Um, and then was like, yeah, there's the whole thing with her. And then, like I said, Nominated really simplified it because you really do sympathize with her position in a way, with being threatened by the organization. And yeah, the ending for Riku, and again, sort of going back to the whole Riku thing, the actual ending where he decides to sort of his own way with King Mickey is really nice and sweet for him. And yeah, you actually do feel something for him and you really do end up liking him. And really, again, for the last part of positives, I just need to just say again, but Cat is amazing. Haley Joel Osment is of course amazing, and everyone else did a great job too with the whole voice cast thing. And again, Tetsuya Nomura did a great job with the direction of the game and the music of course spectacular. So yeah, overall, I would say this movie is good if you're talking about the story, if you're talking about the gameplay. It can go on and off with some people, like I said. But honestly, yeah, it's a good game, and I'm happy I actually did play it. So yeah, if you can, I definitely recommend the game. However, and thank you all so much for watching my review of Kingdom Hearts 3 Chain of Memory, and look forward to my next review that I'm hoping to have a lot of things to talk about and get really excited for with the next game, Kingdom Hearts 2. I cannot wait to do that review. I am so excited to do that review, and I hope you all get around. Hey, so yeah, thank you all so much. That was my review of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory. Thank you all for watching. Please like this video, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.